everybody, and welcome back to another Fake News Tournament Controversy exclusive. And this time we're venturing in to the Xborg Championship Series. They have a 3-month-long power struggle, 12 weeks of Gods Unchained action, $550 up for grabs, 216 participants, 216 people putting in 12 hours of their time. They say the play to earn dream is not alive, but keep in mind the hourly expected win rate for these participants is 20 cents an hour. So we're talking high stakes, Gods Unchained action, and whenever the stakes are this high, you know that there are going to be some very large controversies, and of course, the tournament has provided that. Today we're going to be discussing something that you've probably seen blow up on Twitter already, the Valdez versus Vlozkill controversy. Some people ask, what gets Fake News excited? And Fake News gets excited by rules and regulations! Yes. And this is this segment of the video. We're going to talk about the rules and regulations of the Xborg Tournament. This tournament banned a lot of sets. Genesis banned, Trial of the Gods banned, promotional cards banned, no Gods Unchained for you, Etherbox cards banned, no magic missile launchers for you, and you got that Ethereal in a pack and want to flex it on your opponents? Well, Life's Verdict is also banned, so no fun for you. You have to play with Welcome cards, Core cards, Divine Order, and Mortal Judgment cards in this event, so no expensive decks. Best of 5 format, King of the Hill. King of the Hill is a unique tournament structure that we haven't seen too much in the Gods Unchained community. In that, normally in most Gods Unchained tournaments, when you win with a deck, you can't play it anymore. Here, if you win with a deck, you have to re-queue it the next game until you lose with it, and then you can switch decks. So that is a unique thing with this tournament. Keep that in mind for future things in this video. Those are the rules. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the DMs. That's right, Fake News is sliding into other people's DMs. That sounds appropriate, right? We have now entered the PowerPoint presentation portion of the program, the part that you've been all waiting for. And in this portion, we're going to look at the direct messaging content that Valdez shared with me on his journey throughout this controversy. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background, what happened in this match. Valdez won game 1, and then in games 2, games 3, and games 4, Vlozkill won with a light deck. However, that light deck was running one illegal card, Lysander's Spear. Lysander's Spear is in Trial of the Gods. That set is banned from this format. So basically, Valdez won one game with a legal deck. Vlozkill won 3 games in a row with an illegal deck. He did not win a single game with a legal deck. Keep that in mind as we go along on this journey. So here we have the DMs. Valdez notices basically, I believe, the next day or, well after they played the game. Vlaz, I hate to break it to you, but you used an illegal deck to beat me. He links the deck, shows the screenshot, shows the rules of the tournament, and Vlozkill's like, oh boy. Yeah, what should we do? Okay, so Vlozkill, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on Vlozkill for all of you in chat. Vlozkill is one of the most active members in the tournament community. He plays in literally anything. He'll play literally in any tournament. It doesn't matter. If it's a Gods Unchained tournament, Vlozkill is probably in it. It's not even a question of time zones. He'll be in it. He'll play at 3 a.m. He'll play whenever. He'll play you whenever, wherever, in any Gods Unchained tournament for any amount of money. That's pretty much where Vlozkill stands in this community. Him and Icy Squid are the only 2 members in the community who are even in contention for the top spot in tournaments played, and honestly, I don't know which one between them has played in more. But a little bit of background there just to tell you that this person's been around the block and knows how the rules should be in a tournament situation. So basically, Vlozkill says, I have the chance that I never play it during the games, seeing that I never used it, do you want to disqualify me? So basically, Vloskill's saying, please don't do anything mean to me. Please don't do anything mean to me. So that's what's going on here. And Valdez is like, well, I mean, it's not really an argument. I mean, it's in your deck, man. It's in your deck. I mean, what do you want me to do in the situation? I mean, you put the card in your deck. You played it against me 3 times. You got 3 illegal deck wins. I mean, I should be able to claim the win in the match. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do here? What do you want me to do? And then Vloskill's like, well, don't you remember the time in the Year of the God tournament a long time ago where Sully, Sully, let's go with Sully, Sully, ooh yeah, that's a name that's believable, Sully, yeah, Sully didn't disqualify a player that one time, yeah, he didn't disqualify a player that one time that may or may not have used an illegal deck, like maybe, like he didn't do it, like he didn't disqualify them, he definitely did it, because it didn't change the direction of the game. It happened twice. Yeah, it happened twice. Yeah, it's more believable if it happened twice. Yeah, it happened twice. And then Valdez is like, dude, I don't follow the Year of the Gods tournaments. I didn't buy that stupid NFT. It seemed like a pyramid scam. Come on, what are you talking about here? And then Vloskill's like, it's always like this. In every tournament, nobody gets punished for anything they ever do. I played every tournament. Believe me. It Valdez is like, really? That doesn't seem right. I didn't know. Like, Sully let that pass, and why is this relevant in this tournament? Why does that matter? Why does this matter? And Vloskill's like, it's in your morals. I haven't played it against you. It obviously had no impact. I would have destroyed you anyways, because I am the great Vloskill, better than anyone in the history of Gods Unchained. Valdez is like, I would like to talk it to you in a true sportsmanship manner, because, like, we've both been around the block a few times. I'm Valdez, king of the KAG clan, and you're king of the Nevos clan. We should be friends and talk in a friendly sportsmanship-like manner. And let's be real, if it came into your hand, you would have played it anyways, right? I mean, you would have totally played it anyways. You're like, come on here. And then Vloskill's like, well, if I played the card, I'm going to give you the win. But I didn't play the card, so I'm not giving you the win. That's the situation. Well, and Valdez is like, well, maybe if you just played the card, it would have been easier, because then it could have been revolved. But now you're making it super complicated. I'm confused by all the words you said. So the conversation continues. Vloskill's like, I demand to Raven. That's right. I demand to talk to the organizer myself. And I demand to talk to him in French, because this is the Xborg Tournament, and I can talk to him in French. So they share a baguette, and Valdez not invited to the baguette party. It's kind of sad. It is kind of sad. And anyways, Vloskill's like, I just had the conversation. I translate for you. And I did, by the way, look up the translation on Google Translate, and this translation is mostly accurate. I mean, Google Translate itself is inaccurate, so the heart and soul of this conversation is accurate. Just wanted to go ahead and point that out. Valdez is like, talking to them without my involvement. I don't know, Vlos. I expected more sportsmanship behavior from a leader of a great organization, just like myself. I'm a leader of a great organization. But anyways, please tell me what happened. Okay. Vloskill says, man, in my deck, I ran a Lysander's Sphere, and it was a mistake. I never played the card, though. I never played the card. Never, ever played the card. But this thing has happened in Sully's tournaments before, and in Sully's tournaments, nothing ever happens. Like, nothing happens. If you don't play the card, you don't lose the game. That's the rule. If you don't play the card, you don't lose the game. If the glove don't fit, you must acquit. And that's what Vloskill effectively said to the other French-speaking person, and then Raisin's like, yeah, well, you haven't played it, so yeah, whatever, man. Whatever you say, Vloz, you're the king of the French. You're Napoleon Bonaparte of Gods Unchained. Whatever you say goes. All hell, King Vloskill. But next time, try to not cheat. Try not to cheat next game. Like, just try not to, okay? Like, I would prefer if you didn't cheat. And then Valdez is like, well, fine. I mean, if they're gonna let you win, then I'm gonna protest. My fist down. I'm gonna give up my 20 cents $2.50 of tournament equity and quit. Yes. Yes. And Velasquez's like, well, if you want to create a group, you want to talk about this, you won't get any baguettes, of course, but we can still talk. We can still talk. No baguettes for you, but we can still talk. And then Valdez is like, well, yeah, you two have already talked it out for baguettes, and I mean, I have no baguettes to bring, so I can't influence the decision. And then Velasquez's like, okay, bye, thank you for the free win, bye. Valdez comes back and he says, I want to offer you one last chance to resolve this situation in a civil manner before I bring this out to the public and go to war. I would love to offer you a 2-0 deficit against me. That's right. You go down 2-0. It's a fair solution. You should have lost the game because you ran an illegal deck and be down 2-0. If you can reverse sweep me, be my guest, you could get the win in the match. Otherwise, let's play some more Gods Unchained action. It's the best sportsmanlike thing to do. Why do you say, Velasquez? What do you say? Needless to say, I'm disappointed that Team Xborg is ruled this way. Velasquez's like, I understand that you're disappointed. Okay, I understand that you're very disappointed in this situation. I knew that when you lose to a very good matchup, it's tough. It's tough. Like I got reversal up by Sam Bam, and that was tough. That was tough. After that, I called him a lurker. I called him a lurker, and I said he was the worst player of all time. We called him a lurker, and yeah. So that did happen. I do remember that. Okay. But I expressed my situation without lying. I did not tell a lie. I did not make any of this up. I tell the truth, nothing but the truth. Believe me. But Raisin addressed me like a moderator of the tournament. And there's been many moderators in tournaments in Gods Unchained history. Okay? Like Caution Fun in 2021, he was the moderator of the TST tournament. Albach, he was the moderator of the Octo Cup 1. He did that. And the guys at Community Gaming were doing some weird thing in the Aqua tournament. That thing. A decision was made by the organizer, and I can't go against that. Raisin made the decision. It was not my decision. I know that the disqualification of all participants who haven't played in one game are also very ridiculous. Like, you wouldn't believe it, but like my teammates in these starter deck tournaments, like Devoted and Meepo, he's not on my team, but he's kind of like my teammate in 7S, and like he's kind of on my team because he's like in Perion and Nevos are like kind of a thing. We're like, best buddies and stuff. Yeah, we're best buddies. So they're all my teammates now too. Tea Time, for some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why. And other players, they've been disqualified from starter deck tournament before. Yeah, the starter deck tournament. We're using the starter deck tournament as the precedent now. That is right. And after the GU stakes thing, it's like that. This has not been fair. Like GU stakes have been terrible. The community clash, it was horrendous. I didn't win every single event, so therefore it was rigged. It was absolutely rigged. And after the Aqua Invitational, which offended me because I streamed one time, and like 12 months ago, and nobody remembered. I was live on stream, and nobody remembered to invite me to this Invitational tournament. They gave it to all these Infinite Mana players who stream, and that doesn't seem right for an influencer tournament. Oh, that seems absolutely incorrect. It's just Infinite Mana embezzling money and Gods Unchained and giving fame and glory to this idiot named Fake News. He's the worst. He's the absolute worst. And then Caution Fun, he was there too. Like, why was Caution Fun there? Like, why was Caution Fun there and not me? Why? I'm totally better. Everyone loves me. I'm great. Let's go. Anyways, Valdez, to start things off, I first want to address the issue that I thought we were friends. Like, we added each other on Discord. We were friends. We've talked to each other. We've played in a lot of tournaments together. We both probably don't like fake news for some reason. Like, I mean, I feel like we have that in common. We have that in common. And I didn't want to involve moderators because I thought bro to bro, we could bromance this out. Leader to leader. Why not? Because I thought as a competitive player, you'd want to win this fair and square. Mano y mano. Not winning with an illegal deck. Come on, man. But all you did was break the rules. And instead, you immediately looked for excuses. Yeah, this thing happened, but those things didn't happen, man. You're just making it all up. I know it. I've been around the block, man. I've been around the block. I'm the leader. I'm a team leader. You chose to look out for yourself. You tried to make your $2.50 of equity go up to $5. That just doesn't seem right, man. Doesn't seem right. You had a conversation behind my back with baguettes, with a moderator, and man, who's gonna turn down the decision with baguettes? That's just too much, man. My sportsmanship behavior been turned against me. That's right, I was nice. I was trying to talk to you man to man, and you let me down. You let me down. After sleeping on the issue, I came up with a fair, decent solution. Let's and then you turn me down. You turn me down. You turn me down. I hear a lot of talk from you in the message, but no connection for the issue. You talk about, losing twice to a good matchup, feeling unjust. I don't mind losing, man. I've lost a lot. I've won a lot. Part of playing Gods Unchained, man. Part of life. You don't win every time. What I do mind is losing to an illegal deck. I want the person who beats me to beat me fair and square, not by cheating. And you end up breaking the rules, and the tournament organizers don't even enforce them. What's the point of even having rules? What Sully did, it's another example of bad tournament organization. By the way, Sully didn't actually do that. Because how he resolved that issue, he encouraged behaviors like this to continuously happen again, which is unfair. Even if you played that card out or didn't play the card out, doesn't matter. It's in your deck. Your deck is illegal. You should have gotten credit for the loss. A little background before we get into this conversation. Valdez posts his story onto Twitter. Everyone's outraged because they know that the incorrect ruling has been made in the tournament, and this got the attention of the Xborg team, and they go ahead and reach out to Valdez. So Valdez is like, hey man, how's it going? And me guys from Xborg, hey, how are you? And I'm fine, pleasure to meet you. And yeah, they're lying to each other, but that's cool. That's cool. And Miguel says, give me a second. I'm drawing up, just clearing some things with community gaming before we move forward. I've read your post, and I think we got this one wrong. I didn't make this decision, but other people did. And I'm trying to come up with a solution that's going to please absolutely everybody. Since scores have not yet been reported, would you be fine with a rematch? Just keep fighting each other again. Since the card wasn't used, that could be a fair solution. Keep in mind, this game would have to be today because the round is about to end. Otherwise, we would have to block all players moving forward and delay the entire tournament for 216 people. It doesn't seem right. I haven't talked to Vlals yet. I want to know your opinion. Thank you. To be honest, this should have been the first approach rather than giving victory to anybody. Valdez says, thank you for the concern. If the final ruling of the outcome is to play a rematch after the rules were clearly broken for me, then that's the tournament organization rules, and they don't respect the rules. It's not fair. And I'm afraid I can't participate in a tournament that does not enforce its rules. That's complete anarchy, and I'm not about that. And me guys is like, opinion noted. I mean, we do like to make this stuff as we go along and enforce and not enforce things at our pleasure, at our leisure. We will debate whether or not we want to enforce rules or not and make a decision shortly. Thank you. Thanks for reaching out, clarifying things. And, Miguel says, hey, Valdez, keep in mind that although we are on round 7, we might change the score on round 6. So please keep playing. It's being debated. By the way, this always message right here, there's a 7-hour time difference. So here, they're still in round 6. Round 7 starts as right we hit right here. That is an important thing to note in the timeline of the story. Hello, Valdez. After careful consideration, we decided to give you the win. We felt like that was the fair thing to do. A rematch would have been ideal because that could have pleased both parties. But we were unable to do that and unable to reach an understanding, and we will follow the tournament rules. And since Flosskill violated the rules, he will get forfeited, but he won't face additional punishment because he didn't play the banned card. All right. Valdez like evening. The tournament organizer already pushed the tournament to the next round. Previous decision with Flosskill winning not only affected the brackets have been updated, but the round 7 pairings got affected. And Migas is like, hey man, we can't change the round 7 pairings, but we're giving you the win. Like you got the victory you wanted. Let's go here, and you'll get the victory point allocated to you. If you wish to not keep playing, that is your decision to make. And Valdez is like, excellent. I'm gonna continue playing. This is great news. Until, hey Valdez, how I said I wanted to make everyone happy. Well, I gave you the win because that would be the only way to make you happy, right? Like that would be the only way to make you happy. But then that doesn't make Flosskill happy, and we need to make Flosskill happy because he is Napoleon of French GU. So we gotta make him happy. We will have to revert our decision because this is not in favor of player A or B. We need to make this in favor of player Flosskill. There have been some people complaining. Flosskill has complained. When he complains, we listen. That round 7 pairings had already been generated from the data that Vlas had the victory. And the pairing round 7 is based on Flosskill winning. And we can never disrupt pairings as of 30 minutes ago because of that. We agreed that we can't affect 214 other players playing over one single game. From now on, we're flagging Flosskill with a warning. That's right. He is getting a warning. Yes. Oh, he is trembling right now. Pending a DQ decision that is also going to be analyzed by the team. Yeah, we might DQ him. We might DQ him. Oh, yeah. We might punish him one day. This is 100% not ideal. And we hate to go back and forward with our decisions, but it's been impacting too many players to proceed otherwise. I'm sure you won't be happy, but I did make you happy earlier by giving you the win. Let's remember that. But I am happy to provide you with additional clarification if you would like. So those were the DMs that were shown to me, and they're available for now the public because they're in this YouTube video, right? So you can all make your own decision about how the situation was handled. Now I'm going to tell you my opinion on some of the major key points that went down. The first thing I want to emphasize is Valdez here, actually. And this is something I didn't think I would be critical of until I reread the messages and thought about the situation. Valdez didn't really assert his claim immediately. He didn't say, hey, I want to win the match, or hey, you need to get disqualified for game number 2 for running an illegal deck. He didn't specifically assert his claim right away to Flosskill, right away to the organizers. He just said, hey, you know the right thing to do, hey, you know the right thing to do, hey, you know the right thing to do. The problem is when you're going up against an immoral player like Flosskill, they're never going to do the right thing, so you can never give that much trust to them. One thing I do want to point out is in the big lawyer case that Flosskill was making, he was talking about specifically Sully did this, Sully did that. Sully, I had a one-on-one conversation with Sully, and everything Flosskill was saying in his case that he was making to Valdez and in the case that he made to Xborg was a complete lie. Flosskill completely made up the story about prior precedent of rules not being enforced. Sully did not stand by those comments at all. I just want to point that out for anybody watching this video thinking that, wait, why was Sully ruling this way in the past? He did not. Okay, that was just Flosskill spreading lies. This isn't the first time Flosskill has spread lies in a tournament to get a decision to go in his favor either. He has a history of doing this. In previous events, he has, in the Player of the Year tournament, or not Player of the Year, it was the Community Gaming Playoff Tournament, right? Yeah, the play to earn, the play to earn event. Yeah, that playoff event. One of his teammates lost a game that he had a 4C bug, played on for 20 minutes after the 4C bugged, and then claimed there needed to be a rematch, which is completely, absolutely absurd. And Vloskill bullied the tournament organizer into allowing a rematch in that one. And then the other player, I believe it was Gwent, who was in that match, said, "I'm not sitting through another 30-minute game like that, complete BS after winning." So he actually just dropped out of the tournament. So there has been a precedent for Vloskill lying about previous tournament rulings in the past to get things to go his way. And I hope that when watching this video, people learn about this and people know not to listen to his lies. He will lie, he will deceive you, he is immoral, and he cannot be trusted. And I support anybody who wants to ban him on a sportsmanlike basis for tournaments moving forward. There are a lot of tournaments in the GU community that talk about a sportsmanship clause. I've yet to see a single one be enforced. But if you want to start enforcing them, look at this as an example for a great player to ban. Vloskill's a great tournament player and doesn't need to do any of this at all, but he still does all of this to cut every single angle he can, and it's just absolutely terrible and horrendous for the community, and he's truly a poison to the entire GU community. We have reached the end of the video. Now is time where we reflect on what we as a community can do better moving forward. And the first step here comes to the tournament organizers. If we had good tournament organization here, a clear rule set and a clear enforcement of said rule set, none of this controversy is even a controversy. You have a clear path moving forward. And tournament play, if a player runs an illegal deck, it's either a match ban or a game ban. You flat out one of those two. There's not a rematch, like none of that. Like that should never be the ruling, okay? But whatever rule enforcement you have needs to be in the tournament instructions before the event even starts. So you have the rules and you have the penalty for breaking said rules. That needs to be clear to everyone in the entire tournament. No exceptions. You can't ever rely on player cooperation because players don't cooperate with each other, and that leads to tournament controversies, which is what this tournament video is all about. The second thing we need to learn from this video is how to forcefully make a claim. And I hate to be strict on Valdez here because he did get the raw end of the stick, but the lesson for him here is when you come out with a claim of an illegal deck, come out with a lot of enforcement. What I mean by that is he needed to make his claim clear. He says, hey, I'm claiming a loss for you in games 2, 3, and 4, or I'm claiming a loss for you in game 2. He needed to make his claim immediate. In fact, if I was the tournament organizer, I would have given him the win in every single game. Since Vloskill played an illegal deck in 3 games, I would have given Valdez the credit for a 3-0 win. Anyways, and Valdez, even in his DMs, mentioned that he wanted to go up 2-0 and continue playing the match, and only give him credit for the game 2 loss for the illegal deck. Again, I don't necessarily agree with that, but that was a generous offer by Valdez to Vloskill. And honestly, that would have been plenty of fair if they just went with that. But they did not. So anyways, you need to make your claim clear, and we saw exactly why. We saw Vloskill start talking in circles, start making up lies, and then go to the tournament organizers who probably don't play Gods Unchained, probably don't know much about the esports tournament scene, know who Vloskill is because he's a vocal member of the French GU community, and didn't want to go up against their friend. And that's going to happen in these things. But when you have good tournament rules in place with good tournament enforcement, you don't have to worry about making a decision that's too much in favor of a friend or, too much against an enemy. If everything is there before the tournament starts, you run an illegal deck, it's a match penalty or it's a game penalty. Whatever penalty it is, it's there and it can't be debated. And that's the most important thing to have as a tournament organizer. So what should they do moving forward? Valdez has left the tournament, Vloskill's still playing, the incorrect ruling was made. The only proposal I have is that Xborg split the prizes so that Vloskill ends up winning this tournament between Vloskill and Valdez. Since this controversy did knock out Valdez from the tournament and unjustly knock him out of this tournament, I think that Valdez should get half of Vloskill's prizes. All right, that's the only solution I have. Is it a fair solution? No, it's unfair to Valdez still. It's still unfair to Valdez. It's a good deal for Vloskill, actually. He should have lost the match, and now he's getting, half of the potential winner's share. So that is my opinion on the situation. I'd like to thank Valdez for sharing the information with me and giving me tons of ammo. I'd like to thank Sully. I also had a conversation with Urbellum. That was nice to have to get the perspective on the French GU side. I know that this video wasn't very favorable to that side, but, nobody ever said that the Fox News Media Network was fair and balanced. Oh, wait, I have. Anyways, Fake News now signing off. Until the next tournament controversy. I seem to be the go-to person for these. I don't know how that happened. I guess I just keep making the videos. Good night, everybody.